you doing, guys? It is I, Gamer Lad. So I missed yesterday, and we'll recap that quickly to catch up. But so Warhammer preview, more came out. First, let's just go a little important one. Forge World store reopening soon. Sorry, I'm just jumping right into this. No, nothing much to talk about. Anyways, glorious news, everyone. Over the past few months, when can we get a hold of the Forge World models again? Has been one of your most frequently asked questions. Well, after weeks of lockdown and some stalwart efforts from the folks in our warehouse and factory, we're delighted to announce that Forge World online store is set to reopen this coming Wednesday. That's this week. Yep, time to dust off those wish lists from Wednesday the 17th of June. You'll be able to order all your favorite Forge World kits, whether you're hankering to bolster your Horus Heresy armies, pick up Necromunda hired guns, grab some Adeptus Titanicus upgrades, or add some heroes and villains from Middle-earth to your collection. The time is nigh upon us. ForgeWorld.uk will go offline for a little bit tomorrow afternoon to allow Adeptus Tech Adepts for us, blah, 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 the cables, appropriate hymns. They gotta do their canicals to get it up and running. This was 15th. Today is the 16th. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I was trying to check my phone for the date, but I haven't fully set it up. Yesterday, I was trying to shovel rocks for work, and my phone was in my pocket, and I slipped, and I fell on the ground, and rocks stabbed actually my hip and stuff. It's all bruised up, and it broke my phone, so I had to get a new one yesterday. Same phone, but just new and not broken. Anyways, though, so there's Forge World. Let's catch up a little bit on what we missed on latest news. So let's take a look at the rumor engine. June 16th. This is today. It's Tuesday, which means a new image from the rumor engine. Take a look and guess. So it's a servo skull. What do you think it is? Flex your imagination based Sigmar Facebook pages. So I'm going to take a wild guess that has something to do with Pariah. Anyways, though, so let's catch up what we missed. So also Luminous Realm Lords army set. What's in it? So obviously we get the fancy box and everything. The limited edition or collector edition battle tome, which I actually really like the look of. Oh, that's cool. It's like a mountain in the background. I'm interested what's going to be for that. Just think what treasure this will be. Your elf collection. It'll probably look like a shelf full of techless arcane tomes. Oh, that'd be cool. And then there's map, Radiant Nation. So I'm going to whiz through this stuff to try to catch up to where we are today since I'm behind. The models. What's a Warhammer army without models? The Luminous Realm Lord army is is packed with full customizable kits for some key units. The Venari Arulan Wardens and Venari Dawn Riders led by breathtakingly awesome Light of Eltharion. So I'm going to guess that's him, Light of Eltharion. I'm going to guess that's the Warden. Dawn Riders. And then just Spearmen, I'm going to take a guess. These sets are the same ones you'll be able to pick up separately later, meaning when the time comes to reinforce your shining host, you'll find doing so simple. These plastic kits are packed with options for personalizing and equipping your troops with interchangeable heads, gear options, accessories, and optional unit champions, meaning you're free to make your Legion look just how you like it. Look at those sprues. So here's the sprue. I like that spear. It's huge. That's cool. So you'll be able to really adjust them. Heck, if you're one of those mavericks who can't resist chopping and swapping your models to create some incredible conversions, that was my seat, by the way, you'll love these kits. Imagine what you could do combining them with the rest of the ALF range. Probably... Oh, that's such a sick spear, actually. I'm not going to lie. Is that what it looks like up top? They don't look that long, but I guess they are. I mean, I am zoomed in on the sprue. I like that one. There's going to be some fun stuff. Gondor Helm. Accessories. In the box contains a selection of gaming accessories. Acrylic combat gauge is perfect for those little measurements, which is that if I'm correct. I don't play AOS, but I'm going to guess. From pile-ins and unit coherency, just how many of your Warden's pikes can stab that Bloodthirster? Probably all of them. They've got a 3-inch range. That's bonkers good. Oh, melee. Token board and reference cards. Finally, dice, because after all, you can never have enough of the shiny math rocks. That's funny. I like shiny math rocks. These even feature the symbol of the Luminous Realm Lord on 6s. That's their symbol. It's available for pre-order this weekend in strictly limited quantities. In strictly limited qualities? What? Realm Lord army set available for pre-order this weekend in strictly limited quantities. That says qualities. Okay. There's a spell check, I guess. Anyways, though, caught up on that. Next was the Reanimator that I talked about in the Indominus one. They've been working. The Cryptex have been working overtime. This past weekend was fortuitous for the dynastic overlords of the Necrons, bringing them a host of newly revealed units in the Indominus box set. Take out Necron Warrior, and chances he'll be back. So with sometimes an overlord in a hurry needs to give his troop a hand, which is where the Reanimator comes in. So what's it called? The reanimation protocol. This helps with that, and that thing is still terrifying. Like many constructs, I cannot pronounce that still. These repair units are created by the Cryptex to keep the Tomb Worlds in their armies in tip-top shape. Whether they are taking a well-deserved rest or scourging the universe of any upstart civilizations who moved in over the millennia, on the battlefield you'll find the Reanimators, the perfect accompaniment to your valuable troops, helping you nail all those important reanimation protocol roles. Just imagine pairing with the phalanx of Lichguard. Nanoscare reanimation beam. In your command phase, you can select one friendly dynasty unit with 9 inches of this model, within 9 inches of this model. If you do, until the start of your next command phase, while that unit is within 9 inches of this model, add 1 to the reanimation protocols rolls made for the model in that unit. So you add 1 to your rolls for reanimation protocol. So he's tall though, so you can't really screen him probably that well. But he's going to be good to keep certain characters alive for sure. And that's the big thing for him. Let me take a sip of my drink. Alright, Forge World. Let's take a look at the faction focus. Welcome to the first installment of our new faction focus series. Over the coming days and weeks, we'll be introducing each Warhammer 40k's warring races and offering some hints and tips to help you get your existing armies ready for the new edition. To kick things off, we will be discussing the Necron stars of the awesome Indominus box set, ably assisted by the expert playtester Werner Born. I like that photo and the Ghost Arc. It's a nice one. Who are they? Necrons are ancient machine race whose alliance with a godlike Catan and mastery of hyper-advanced technology saw their civilization rule the stars. Yet after a bitter conflict with the Eldari known as the War in Heaven, the Necron Empire was finally humbled. Now, after millennia of slumber, the time has come for Necrons to rise up again once more and reclaim which was once theirs, even if doing so means exterminating all sentient life in the galaxy. How they play in the new addition to your Overlord Werner Born, who helped put the Deadly Machine to their places during development as a hardened veteran of the tournament scene with his Necron Legion and Team USA coach for the ETC. It is fair to say he knows his stuff. He'll be giving us some insights on how they play to help you with your galactic dominion. I'm Werner from the playtesting group. While played a variety of armies over the years, Necron has been my favorite match play, with some heavy reinforcements around the corner for our beloved machine empire. There's never been a better time for the Necron player. Even before those reinforcements arrive, there's a lot to be excited about for Necrons going into the new edition. So it's time to awaken those tombs. Delicious. I'm having a game fuel. It was in my fridge and I said screw it. I'm ready to play the new Rainbow Six Siege update now. As they'll no longer be hurting for command points without allies or a cheap minimalist battalion detachment at their disposal. Necrons were traditionally one of the factions that had a tough time starting games with lots of CP. Did not know that. However, in the new edition, they'll have more CP to work with than ever. A significant boost to that would put them a level playing field to the other armies when it comes to the number of stratagems they can employ. Army structure, there are a number of key new additions. Vehicles are already a mainstay of Necron armies, but they're about to get even better. With all vehicles able to move and fire heavy weapons without penalty, you'll be able to pull off some powerful combinations. For example, getting within range to make the most of a devastating fire of the Mephrit dynasty has never been easier. Mephrit Solar Fury. Each time a model with this code shoots an enemy unit that is within half range of its weapon's maximum range, the armor penetration characteristic of that weapon's attack is improved by 1. So if you're within half range, your AP goes up by 1. So updated rules for aircraft. Key units. Necrons are already blessed with a number of devastatingly powerful units, and they're set to receive some more seriously brutal reinforcements in the near future too. Here's some great units to look out for in the new edition. Can't wait for the Silent King stuff. The Catan Shard of the Deceiver. Always a popular inclusion in the tournament scene, the Deceiver remains a great building block to include in your army due to the Grand Illusion ability. It's complementary to loads of different choices available in the Necrons, and trust me when I tell you it's more valuable in the new missions. Grand Illusion at the beginning of your first battle round, but before the first turn begins, you can remove the Catan Deceiver and add or up to D3 other friendly units from the battlefield, and then set them up against more than 12 inches from any enemy models. If you do so, these units cannot charge in your first turn. So you can move enemies before the game starts, basically. So that's nice. So you can, in a sense, deep strike first turn before anyone goes, and they can't do anything about it. The Doom Scythe, indirect units, best way to literally get around line of sight, blocking terrain by making use of the myriad movement abilities Necrons have at their disposal. The Doom Scythe in particular can cause its speed and freedom of movement to get eyes on the valuable target from across the table, then obliterate it with its Death Ray. What's more, as a blast weapon, the Death Ray will be effective against large enemy units as well as enemy vehicles. You'll automatically get your maximum of 3 shots against units, units of 6 or more. That's of, that needs to be or, which will be great for zapping Space Marines. So that's a blast weapon. Range 24, heavy D3, strength 10, AP 4, D6 damage. And then Necron Warriors. The mainstay of many Necron army lists are the Humble Warriors, like most units in New Edition. They'll be increasing in points, more specifically to around 12 points per model, but they'll still comfortably outnumber Space Marines on the battlefield. Not only that, but you'll soon be able to equip your Necron Warriors with the Gauss Reaper, which trades range for increased hitting power. Combine the deadly new weapon option with the Mephiric Dynasty code that I showed earlier, which is the extra AP, and you'll be cutting down enemies in droves at devastating point blank fire. Gauss Reaper is a strength. I don't know what the Gauss Flare is, which I believe that's what they have, but Gauss Reaper is rapid fire 1, range 14 though, so really short. Strength 5, AP 2, D1. That's almost pistol range. It's just a little above it. And so with that, oh, that's cool. With the Mephiric Dynasty, I give up code, which adds AP, so that will become AP 3 with that ability if you're within 7 inches. Thanks, Warner. Will you be adding? What units will be adding to your Necron Phalanx? Tell us on here. Okay. That's such a good drink. So, I'm going to save the Lumineth. Maybe. We'll see. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a quick peek through this real quick. Yeah, we'll talk about this for sure. If you're watching this, I guarantee you know who the Space Marines are. I'll let you read if you want. These come in the new box set. Who are they? Emperor's Finest. They're the most famous faction in 40k, so I really don't need to explain them. How did they play in the new edition? And Tony will be talking about it. Thanks to Big Guns Never Tire rule, all of our vehicles will be able to shoot accurately on the move, even in combat. This means all of our armored walkers, such as the Invictor, Tactical Wardstone, and Redemptor Dreadnoughts, immediately get a boost in power too. Another change is that Space Marines benefit from is the addition of blast weapons, as they gain access to best artillery in the game. Thunderfire Cannon, Whirlwind Scorpius, With the guarantee of firing maximum number of shots against large enemy units, your Space Marines shouldn't be outnumbered for long. So the Redemptor and Invictor are going to have a lot more fun with not having to worry about the heavy penalty. And the Whirlwind and stuff is going to enjoy the blast pattern. I bet the Basilisk would be good for that for the Imperial Guard, now that I think about it. Because artillery. And maybe even the Manticore. I wonder how they're going to handle that. Next generation missions in New Edition, you can select secondary objectives for your army, more suited. Reamp terrain rules, which I don't know yet anything about. I like to take the have my cake and eat it to approach as much as possible. Who doesn't, honestly, which means maximum amount of damage I can do. Artillery versus strategic reserve rules, otherwise keep them protected. So strategic reserves are going to be good for this edition for sure. Easier than ever to hide units behind buildings, helping keep troops safe. Okay. Key units. Customized to excel in any style of warfare. Here are some of Tony's top picks. Excuse me. This is Tony's top picks for the new edition. Number 1 is a Thunderfire cannon. As you can probably already tell by how I enjoy blasting my opponents away with a great deal of firepower, given that a spirit attachment of heavy support units will frequently find its way into my list. Among my favorites is the Thunderfire cannon, and with the free command point you receive at the start of each turn, you'll be able to keep your opponent's best units pinned down with tremor shells. So that's going to be useful for that. And this is saying you can play Space Marines in different ways, which doesn't surprise me. I've always wanted to play them shotgun off, but I've never played them. Anyways, so Tremor Shells, use this on Thunderfire until the end of the phase. When resolving an attack made by that model, subtract 1 from the wound roll. But if a hit is scored, the target is shaken in your opponent's next movement phase. If that unit cannot fly and is not Titanic is shaken, have its move characteristics and results, and the results of any advance and charge rolls made for it. So basically, it's -1 to wound when you hit. So if you wound on 4, you you have to roll a 5 basically, or you have to roll. Yeah, you're gonna have to roll 5 because -1 no matter what. But yeah, but as long as you hit, then they are shaken, which means they have to, unless they are a flying unit or a Titanic unit, their movement is dropped in half. Devastator and drop pods. Devastators armed with grav cannons and grav cannons in a drop pod by using the gravitic amplification stratagem. In single volley, and they can drop from orbit when you need them. So them in a drop pod is going to be good. Gravitic amplification, 1 CP. Use this stratagem. By the way, the Tremor Shells is 1 CP. Use this stratagem when an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army is chosen to shoot with until the end of the phase. When resolving an attack made with the Grav Cannon and Grav Amp by a model in that unit, you can re-roll the wound roll and you can re-roll the damage. Ooh, Primaris Lieutenant, the new guy. Cherry on top, Space Marines. No, does it compete without one? Whether you keep for shootiest units aren't. Okay, I'm gonna read that. I would be remiss to not also include at least one Primaris Lieutenant to provide a generous helping of re-rolls to the army. It truly is a cherry on top of the Space Marines cake, and there's no army complete without one. Whether you prefer to keep them near your shootiest units armed with the mastercrafted Stalker bolt rifle, or kit them out for melee combat using the Primaris Lieutenant from the Indominus, complete with awesome Neo-Volkite pistol. There's one for every single occasion. Which, speaking of which, Neo-Volkite, we can finally look at this. Range 15, pistol 2, strength 5, AP 0, D2. Each unmodified wound roll of 6 inflicts 1 mortal wound on the target in addition to any other damage. So a 6, no matter what, for a wound is instantly a wound. That's nice. That is a really good pistol. Thanks, Tony. Pick it up. So Neo-Volkite, I like that though. 15 range, good range for a pistol, and it's a pistol, so melee. And you get 2 shots instead of 1. It's a strength 5 weapon, so for a Space Marine that you're hitting on, I believe they're toughness 4, if I'm correct. You'll be doing 4s and 5s. No, 3s and 4s, sorry, for the majority of infantry with this weapon. And you get mortal wounds. And 2 damage on top of that. Don't know much about AOS, so we're going to speed through this. Can't wait. The army is a killer defensive force that excels in tackling enemy charges head on. Not surprised. Spearmen. That mountain minotaur man looks badass. That looks scary because the head. Deadly firepower from surprisingly durable core units. This is an army of tacticians and strategists. For formation while disrupting enemies with wither shooting, infantry shedding cavalry, and devastating magic. So I'll let you read these. I don't know much on this, so lightning reaction. That looks cool. So feel free to pause and read the Venari. Oh, that's cool. The Skaven. Look at those freaking pikes. They are so long. No wonder why they have more range. Shining Company. They're a dizzyingly diverse faction with the society segmented not only into nations but subcasts of warriors who favor distinct tactical approaches. These are our armies charged with defending the nations of Lumineth from those who would invade. Let me check the time and grab a drink. I definitely need to start wrapping this up. So we're going to speed through this a little bit. Oh, that's cool. That crystal thing's sick looking. That's probably a spell. And I wonder what he is. Alathari, these guys are called. I'm guessing those are elites. Called the Alathari. Rock. Sub-factions. Which I will skim through. Everyone is a wizard. Your baseline units are wizard? Oh, that's cool. It's a tech list. The warriors of Lumineth, the realm lords. They're attuned magic. So everyone's a wizard. They have the powers of Hish. That's the pikemen, horsemen, and bowmen. That's interesting. I like that. Now the big thing today. This is the last thing. That is a good drink. They showed off the Outriders on Saturday. New and fast deadly unit. They're just Primary Spikes. So let's look at their stats. The Raider pattern combat bike ridden by Primary Spacemen is most commonly used to advance ahead of the main lines and to guard the flanks of large formations. When the battle is joined, they perform lightning-fast hit-and-run attacks on enemy strongholds and are employed to chase down anyone who would seek to escape the Emperor's vengeance. Let's take a look at Call's technical design for these new bikes. This thing has no suspension and looks painful. From schematic, let's see, very similar to the regular Space Marine bike, including twin bolt weapons loadout and double exhaust. However, the engine block is even more heavily armored, and the front suspension has undergone quite an evolution. Suspension? Yeah, there's suspension. While looks are important for a bike, jeez. Ugh. I don't know why I just had a cough there. Probably all the dust I inhaled today. Anyways, though, they're nothing when compared with performance. The Raider and pattern combat bike also looks excellent on the battlefield as long as the riders can dominate its bellicose machine spirit with the battle brother and bike in harmony. Victory is all but assured, but how does this translate to the tabletop? Let's take a quick look at its stat line. So its movement is 14. It has a 3-up weapon skill and a 3-up ballistic skill. Strength 4, toughness 5, which is good. So that's the for the Volkite pistol, that'd be an even 4 roll. 4 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 7, and a 3-up save. So the White Scars and Ravenwing will have fun. They've got their biker jackets on. In fact, can't wait to see these amazing conversions you guys come up with. Our Outriders are a great addition to Space Marine Army. Oh, is that it? Big preview. Check us on Saturday. I thought it. Vader ATV? Oh, wait, no, that's just from earlier. I want to see the stats on the Invader ATV for sure. Is that it? I thought there was more today. Rules for the Realm Lords. Did we already look at this? Yes, we did. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm caught up on yesterday. Sorry, some of it I had to whiz through. I wanted to catch up, so I didn't have to think about it anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And please leave any comments, thoughts, ideas, etc. down below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. And feel free to start up a conversation in the comments. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will be recording the Star Wars Squadron reaction soon, and talking about this probably tomorrow as well. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and talk to you next time. See ya. Have a good one.